Hi everyone, welcome back to the match report. Arsenal won 3-1 at Brentford. Very good win that. Now I gave some sort of detailed thoughts on Thomas Partey, on Ethan Nwaneri, and kind of credit to the coaching really on AFTV. So go check out my fan cam where I interview myself. If you want my kind of detailed thoughts and all that, but needless to say, Partey terrific, Nwaneri terrific, and Arteta got a lot right on the starting 11 front. But this will be a match report. We'll go through the game and I'll kind of give you my thoughts on the big moments. But the starting 11 was a real big talking point because Ethan Nwaneri, one teenager came in as another teenager came out, and I kind of understand why Arteta, probably knowing deep down that Lewis Skelly deserved his start, and probably not even looking at Calafiori as a necessarily better defensive option than Lewis Skelly up against Mbemo. Probably just thought, I can't have two teenagers on the pitch. There is something to be said for experience and seniority and players that just have more football in their legs. When you're going to someone like Brentford, where they have one of the best home records in the league, I can understand why Arteta thought, if we're going to go with Nwaneri out on the right, something that Turkish and I have called for, getting the closest thing to Bukayo Saka playing in that position, if you're going to go with that, I kind of get why Calafiori got the nod of left back. So Ra was in goal, Calafiori left back with Gabriel, Saliba at centre back and Timber right back. They were all tremendous as well, the rest of those three. Calafiori could have done better than a goal. We'll talk about that. Partey, brilliant midfield as I mentioned, with Ødegaard and Merino either side. Merino getting a surprise start as well. Rice on the bench, Havertz out because of illness, and of course Martinelli, Jesus and Nwaneri in the front three. So really weird game because there's a good debate on AFTV about dominating. Were Arsenal dominating up until Mbemo's goal in the 13th minute? And the answer is probably no. But we certainly didn't deserve to be 1-0 down. And look, what do we mean deserve? They win back possession. Ødegaard with a sloppy pass in midfield. And then Mbeumo's run at Calafiori and found that near post really well. But there is something about Arsenal right now. One shot, one goal. It was Raul Jimenez. It was Mateta the other day. And it's in this game, it's Mbeumo. And you just feel like, we had a few speculative efforts in the first few minutes. We had a few moments where you think, that could have ended up in the back of the net or whatever. And it feels like we have to really pull together some real quality, or we have to, it's like 5 shots before you get that one goal. And a few times we've just been done on that one shot, 1-0 down. And look, I'm not making an excuse. I'm not saying we've just been really unlucky. I'm not saying it's just an observation that, we give very little away and yet can find ourselves a goal down. I think that performance in many ways today was worthy of a clean sheet. Now it goes the other way. I think at Palace we conceded the 1 goal. To be honest, they could have had 3 in the game. So, that's just football. That's the beauty of this game. But we do go 1-0 down. Now, this became really interesting. I don't think Arsenal have been particularly good under Mikel Arteta at coming back from behind in games. Now, if I were to venture a guess, genuinely, if anyone knows these numbers, let me know. And maybe if there's a way of me to find out, I will find it out. Maybe I'll drop it in a video. But I would guess that in what is Arteta's, I think, 5th full season, I would guess that Arsenal have come from behind to win a game 7 times maybe in the league, maybe 4 or 5. I mean, I think it's that irregular. Now, maybe it's because a lot of games we do well not to go behind, but I just think there's been a lot of games where we do go behind. Look at Newcastle the other day. Okay, they're a very good side. Okay, or at St James's Park. But we just really struggle for ideas. Now, Brentford can be difficult to break down. They play the back 5. They've got the wing backs in there. They've got really kind of physical midfield with Norgard in there, plenty of legs. They've got threats on the counter. And I thought we were really good, but it took 10-15 minutes of basically chaos and nonsense from Arsenal, where, almost that Ødegaard misplaced pass that Mbeumo scores from, then we were just doing that all the time. Calafiori gave the ball away and we were just we needed someone. We almost needed Jorginho on the pitch, and I wish we could have made a sub for 10 minutes. Get him on for 10 minutes and take him off. Actually, I don't, because Partey played really well. But basically, we needed someone like a Jorginho to go, let's get our foot on the ball and play. But Partey did that. Partey did that all game and was brilliant. But I think he was the only one who was basically saying, can we all just calm it down and just get on the ball and relax ourselves? Because we actually started this game pretty well. But then what happens with the Arsenal goals is pure persistence. So Gabriel's got the ball, and Martinelli, so Gabriel Magalhaes, he plays a lovely ball through the lines into Martinelli. Looks like he's going to get in beyond. Doesn't quite happen for him. But watch the response of Merino, Partey, I think Nwaneri or Ødegaard, I can't remember. Watch the response of those 3 as Mbemmo's trying to play out, as Brentford trying to deal with it, they don't just boot it clear, but they're straight on them. Tackle. Okay, we don't win it that first time. You go again. Another tackle. Or even if we're not getting our foot on the ball, body in the way, forcing them to go one way or another, setting up little traps until eventually it falls to Thomas Partey because they do try clear. Really good strike on goal. And then Jesus is there. Poacher's finish with the header off the save to put it back in the net. 1-1. And we needed that goal for half time. I don't know what we'd have got in the second half from Arsenal if... Well, look, it was a good response in the second half anyway, but, you don't want to go too long behind. I think if we got to the 60th minute still 1-0 down, that becomes really difficult. So to respond within the 15, 20 minutes, I think was important, and well done Arsenal for that. We then play out the rest of the first half. Nwaneri's doing some good stuff running at the fullback. Martinelli's trying, huffing and puffing, Jesus huffing and puffing, but not a lot of real quality. And to be honest, the second half again was sheer willpower and just wanting it more. Really good set piece. I think it's Nwaneri who puts into the box. Can't remember. The set pieces, look, without Rice and Saka, we didn't skip a beat on the delivery. They were still very good. Or was it Martinelli? I can't remember who. Someone delivered the ball into the box, but eventually falls to Merino after, again, just getting our head in the way, just putting our bodies in the mixer, just trying to make something happen. And there's Merino in the end to just, sort of lace it into the centre of the net, basically. There's a sight of goal. Goalkeepers all over the place. Defenders all over the place. Boom. It's 2-1. Lovely celebration, which is always a tribute to his dad, who played the game professionally. And Merino had a really, really strange game because if I were giving him a rating, I'd say 7 out of 10. Because I don't think Merino's ever going to do anything spectacular. What Granit Xhaka did in that final season with some of the goals he scored or whatever, I mean, obviously the numbers kind of, made a lot of people realise that he's giving us a lot in terms of output, Granit Xhaka. But what Xhaka also did was always keep things ticking and moving and just facilitate everything. Others played better because of Granit Xhaka. Partey, Jesus, Martinelli, Zinchenko, all their levels went up because of Granit Xhaka. If Miguel Marino can do anything like that, now I don't think we saw a superb Calafiore, a superb Martinelli, despite Martinelli's goal or whatever. But what we did see was... a few more attacks down that side, and certainly someone in Merino who wanted to keep it simple, worked incredibly hard off the ball, and at least gave us a performance that never had me longing for Rice. At no point was I like, we have to get Declan Rice on. I thought, no, the midfield, they've got this. Partey's doing his thing, Odegaard's doing his thing, and Marino's just keeping things steady as well. So, well done to him. Not spectacular, but really kept fighting. Like I said, played his part in the first goal, as I mentioned, with the press, and obviously got a second goal, so well done. Arsenal's second goal, put us 2-1 up. Now, Martinelli then gets a goal because Nwaneri whips in a lovely ball to the back post. Someone, I can't remember, was interviewing on AFTV, described it as a very, maybe Manny did, I can't remember, described it as a very, Odegaard cross to the back post. And it was. They dealt with it, but again, we're there to sort of win the second balls, make sure that, they don't have it too easy, Brentford, after that moment. And Gabriel Martinelli just strikes it really well, just into the net, just keep it on target. Don't lean back, don't sky it, don't send it right at the keeper because there's no kind of composure. There's a nice side of that goal, just aim for it, lace it. He did. 3-1 Arsenal, and the game was won with an hour played, and that's really impressive at Brentford. This is a really good win, everyone. 3-1 win, away at a very difficult ground. When Liverpool come here, and who knows where we'll be in this whole title race discussion, but when Liverpool go to Brentford, I will be hopeful they drop points. They probably won't. I don't think they will, but I would be hopeful of it for sure. It's a difficult place. So to chalk that off, and we've got Brighton to come on the weekend, that's good. That's a good win for Arsenal. Needed. Cuts the points gap to 6. But they've got a game in hand, and that's Everton away. Another place that I'm hopeful something might happen. We know that Everton have been particularly difficult to beat recently. So yeah, very good job, Arsenal. Well done. Well done, Arteta, for the solutions he found to Saka's injury. This doesn't mean that we don't need forwards. We do. Go and spend in the market. He said that if there's an opportunity, they'll do it. Well, they better be looking. Make opportunities happen for yourselves, all I'd say. And look, it's a good win. It's a really good win to start 2025. This is a huge month because of the games we got, how many there are, the cups. It all leads to then Man City, 2nd of Feb. Yeah, it's really, really, really big. And we're doing it without Bukayo Saka, and we're doing it with the transfer window. So it's dramatic. This could be season defining. So yeah, let's just really hope this was a start that I don't know, because of some sort of momentum, that snowball effect for Arsenal, like we had with that 5-0 win against Palace at the start of 2024, in our first Premier League game of 2024, it just created a momentum and a wave that Arsenal just rode pretty much through to the end of the season. I barely remember us skipping a beat after that. So let's hope today can be the start of something like that. But let's see. Everyone, a big thank you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Just subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because you'll be kept up to date with all my latest analysis and news around Arsenal. And yeah, good win. Let's see if we do it again on the weekend against Brighton. Catch you in a bit.